late, right, city in a rearview blur. Lip gloss on coaster. I'm the calm inside your nerve. Dark mind, bright teeth when I smile, midnight in my eyes. Yeah, you know that is mine. Slow grind, whole room in denial, but they lean to the side when I slide through the light. Talk big, I don't answer twice. Every rumor that you heard, just a word that'll doubt. Black dress, heart looks on fire. If I ever call your name, it's a one-time high. Step in, whole vibe goes hush. Heart rate, tap to the kick and rush. I don't chase, I collect, let's trust. Let them all play loud, I cut through in a whisper. 2 shots in, but the aim still crystal. Phone face down, can't tag this picture. You could lose your cool just standing in my signal. Long nails on the back of his neck. He forget what he said in the text. I remember every word, every flex. Turn a doubt to a check, then I'll rest. Black, big, I don't answer twice. Every rumor that you heard, just a watered down lie. Black dress, heart looks on fire. If I ever call your name, that's a one-time high. Steady loving, no summation. Rest of my business,
Quick transparency before we continue. This video is sponsored by MusicCreator AI. All opinions are my own. They don't get a chance to preview this video before it's released, and nothing I'm saying here is scripted by them. If you decide that MusicCreator AI is for you, I'll leave an affiliate link in the description below, which doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps to support the channel. Wow. What you just heard is the output of MusicCreator AI with my first prompt, and it took about 1.5 minutes to generate that song. I used this section right here, the AI music generator. Before we get too deep, I did want to touch on a few AI topics. I couldn't find these on the website publicly, but I did reach out to MusicCreator AI directly and talk to one of their ambassadors about a few different topics and questions that I had. Here are some of the questions or topics that I had and their response. And the first one was user uploads and training. And they said user upload audio, vocals, and text prompts and project data are not used to train and improve any shared or global models. All users' inputs are processed solely to fulfill that user's individual request. Any voice models created are private and tied only to the user who created them. Number 2, model isolation output. They said, yes, trained voice models are fully isolated on a per user basis. There's no cross user sharing or reuse of voice models. Since user data is not used for global training, there is effectively no opt-in required. However, users may delete their models at any time. Number 3, deletion and retention. When a project voice model or account is deleted, the associated uploaded files and generated assets are removed from the active systems. Backup data, if any, is retained only for a limited period for security and integrity purposes, and then it is permanently deleted in accordance with their data retention policy. The next topic I had was number 4, training data resources. Our models are trained using a combination of license and royalty cleared audio datasets, commissioned content created specifically for model training, public domain materials. We do not use user uploaded content or scrape personal data for training shared models. Number 5, voice rights safeguards. We have clear safeguards in place to prevent unauthorized celebrity or third-party voice cloning. Creating voices intended to impersonate real individuals without rights or consent is prohibited under our terms. We also maintain a formal takedown and review process should any rights concerns arise. Nice. Again, this information was shared with me directly. It's not a public audit, so I'm presenting it to you so you can make your own call on using this platform. Now, let's get back to it. Starting with this AI music generator section, you have your prompt section right here. You can also click this little toggle right here for instrument only if you don't want it to generate vocals. You can also just click get inspired and it'll fill this out for you. But if you want to fill this out yourself, you have the genre, which you can pick out your genre right here. You can also pick out the mood if you want it to be emotional, joyous, sad, angry. You can pick out the type of instrument you want it to generate. You can also click the ambience, and then you can also select a male vocal or female vocal or a mix of the two, which is nice because you can make duets if you click the male and female vocal. There is a little bit of an interesting feature, I think that shouldn't be hidden. That is this one right here. It is turn photo to music. That is an interesting feature. I don't see this on a lot of different music AI platforms. It's something that sounds like fun. We're going to play with that in just a second. You can also just prompt it if you need another idea, write an awesome rap or create a happy birthday song. While we're here, let's try to turn a photo into music. I do have an image right here. It's my dog being naughty in the backyard, digging a hole, which she is totally not supposed to be doing, and making it her throne. So let's see what it comes up with when we use this as the picture. All right, so it generated the lyrics first. Oh, that's pretty nice. Now it's saying what kind of style do we want. It's doing folk, pop, playful and affectionate, acoustic guitar, female vocal, whimsical, storytelling. So while that's starting, I do want to let you know every time that you generate something, it does give you two different versions. So it'll give you a version 1, version 2. Now it doesn't name them version 1 and version 2. It gives them the same exact name. So I did click on this pencil right here. And when you click on the pencil, then you can change the name. I like to give it a 1 and a 2. It'd be nice if it did this by default, but if you name it, it gets a lot easier to keep everything organized and to know which version you really liked. All right, first one is ready.
Sunrise paints a golden light, backdoor swings, adventure ignites. There she goes, nose to the ground, where secrets of the earth are found. No royal jewels or silken beds, just kicking dirt, tail overhead. With every paw a dream retold. In this little patch she's more than bold. Queen of the backyard, ruling her throne, dusty fur shining, she's claimed her own. Digging up laughter with every spin, making a kingdom she's proud to defend. Queen of the backyard, muddy and wild, there's mischief and joy in the eyes of my child.
That totally is her. She thinks she's the queen of the backyard. She just be tearing up the backyard. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see if this other one's done. You take a quick little listen.
Sunrise paints a golden light, backdoor swings, adventure ignites. There she goes, nose to the ground, where secrets of the earth are found. No royal jewels or silken beds, just kicking dirt, tail overhead. With every paw a dream retold. In this little patch she's more than bold. Queen of the backyard, ruling her throne, dusty fur shining, she's claimed her own. Digging up laughter with every spin, making a kingdom she's proud to defend. Queen of the backyard, muddy and wild, there's mischief and joy in the eyes of my child. Brick walls hold back the world outside.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I feel like I like the first one a little bit more, but that one wasn't bad either. Next section is the AI lyrics generator. This section, you can, of course, generate lyrics. You can get inspired. You can kind of tell it what mood, style, structure, language you're looking for. I'm just going to click get inspired. boom, it gave us with the theme Sleepless at Midnight, write lyrics that express the loneliness of urban people. The languages are English, Japanese, Korean, German, Spanish, French, Portuguese, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese, and Vietnamese. Now let me click this one more time because that other one was about midnight too. Let's see. Write a motivational workplace lyrics of a young woman portraying scenes such as working overtime at an advertising agency, shared flat life, and applying makeup on the subway. Highlight young people's resilience and their passion for dreams. The style is inspirational pop rock. We can decide on the structure: verse, chorus, bridge, A, B, A, C, B, and freeform. If you're not familiar with these type of language, this is just saying it has a first part, the first part repeated, then a second part, and then the first part repeated. And then the same with this, it has an A, B, and C section, and this is just the order in which they are played. Once it generates the lyrics, you can click this to generate the music for it. It automatically uploads the lyrics to the lyrics section, and then you can decide what kind of style and mood. It's already calling it pop. Let's see what else we can put in here. Let's get a little aggressive inspiration. So it's pop, aggressive, inspiring. Instrument, I'm just gonna let it choose its own instruments. Vocal, I think we should make this a female. While that's working, let's go to the next section. AI vocal remover. Let's take one of the songs we generated earlier. Let's get the highest quality. So we'll do the wave audio. All right, so that's downloaded. Let's go to the AI vocal remover, upload that file, Queen of the Backyard, boom, boom, remove vocals, 2 credits. They separate the vocal and the instrumental. So let's listen to it. I'm gonna mute the instrument.
Sunrise paints a golden light, backdoor swings, adventure ignites.
Now let's hear just the instruments. So you can hear some artifacts, but I am yet to hear a stem separator that has 0 artifacts. It still could be usable, you know, if you start to sample it and then use some other music, put your own stuff on over top of it, which anyways is the main way that I would say to use any of these AI music platforms. Don't just create a song by using a prompt and then try to release it. I recommend I would take this song that I generated, I would stem it out and then use my own instruments, or I would take the whole song, chop it up, and then make my own remix. But I wouldn't use this just straight out and try to release it as my own music. I mean, that's just me. All right, so here is the song we generated from the lyrics.
Lift the city lights, new day starting. Heartbeats racing to where dreams are waiting.
Let me hear the second one and then we'll keep it pushing.
City lights, new day starting. Heartbeats racing to where dreams are waiting. Coffee breath, crowded street, the rush beneath my feet. Time my laces, faces blur, another day repeats.
Let's keep going. Okay, so let's go to this stem splitter section, upload a file, and separate stems. Okay, while that is going, we'll go to the next section, which is AI singing voice generator. So this section right here, I did play around with this a little bit. I didn't create my own AI model because it does take a little bit of time. They recommend you give 10 minutes of audio. I would recommend you do some of that as singing, some of that as rapping, some of that as talking, so that you can train your own AI voice model. It does take a little bit. They say at minimum 1 minute, maximum 30 minutes, but looks like 10 minutes is the sweet spot. And then you tell it if your gender of the voice is a male or female, and then do you want to make it public or private? They do have some examples. I personally wasn't a huge fan of these examples, and I feel like this area might need a little bit more work, but you can judge for yourself. Here's an example.
I'm Billie Eilish. People are always trying to define me, but the only thing that defines me is my music. Welcome to Music Creator. Go make some music.
So I'm only going to play a little bit of this just so I don't get a copyright strike, but we'll play it real quick. Here is the Billie Eilish version.
You are not alone. I am here with you.
So I'm just hearing some interesting K's in there at weird times, and I don't know if it's just me, but I keep hearing this like weird K noise as she's singing. Maybe that's just how she sings. I don't know.
What's up? It's Justin Bieber. Yeah, that kid from YouTube singing with a guitar. Welcome to Music Creator. Go make some music.
No, you stopped me dead while I was.
The outcome.
No, you stopped me dead while I was passing by. Now I beg to see your days just one more time.
All right, let's see if the AI stem separator is done and it's separated out the bass, the drums, the vocal, and other.
Deep breath, crowded street, the rush beneath my feet.
Let's take the bass out.
Dreams are waiting, coffee breath, crowded street.
So let's take the drums out.
Coffee breath, crowded street, the rush beneath my feet. Time my laces, faces blur, another day to repeat.
Let's take the other stuff out.
Eating, coffee breath, crowded street, the rush beneath my feet. Time my laces, faces blur, another day to repeat. Pitch deck open, midnight screams, I keep aiming high. In 1,000 pixel worlds, see the fire in my eyes.
So this next section is the AI song cover generator. This is where you can upload a song and then you can change the singer with a different model. They do have different models to choose from. If you go up here and click on their library, they have a bunch of different models up here, from like Michael Jackson, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, Bruno Mars, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, 21 Savage, Drake. I tried this feature out. I didn't have very much luck with it, but I'll let you hear the output. What I did is I took this 1970s funk soul song. I told it to swap it for Ariana Grande voice. It was a male's voice. Maybe that was a problem. Maybe that's why the output didn't come out amazing. But let me let you hear what it sounds like.
Can you feel that?
I mean, it's like her voice is gone or something. Listen to the original.
Sliding slow, let it ride. Now, can you feel that? Ooh yeah, bell bottom stepping, go too flash. Hey.
So maybe their range is different. Like maybe her octaves and range that she sings is different than his, and maybe that's why it's coming out like that. Maybe if I had chose a different model, maybe a male model or maybe a female that's more in that range, maybe it'll come out better. I can only imagine it's only a matter of time before this is on point. This section right here, this is the AI music mastering section where you can get your songs ready for radio. And this is a little example. So here's the original audio. And here's the mastered. So you can hear the quality is a little bit louder. This next section is the AI MIDI editor, and this is where you can play the keys and you can kind of dial in your own notes. You can play the keys on the piano. You can also control this with your MIDI controller, and you can also click in notes on the grid. This next section is the AI audio to MIDI. I wonder if we could do a whole song, but let's see. All right, convert. While that's working in the background, these next section right here, it has a key and BPM finder, and then also the BPM tapper. So the key and BPM finder, if you have an audio track that you're trying to find the key of it and the beats per minute, you can plug it in, upload it, and it'll detect. And then the BPM tapper, this is if you're listening to a song and you need to tap with your mouse so that you can kind of figure out what the beats per minute is manually. All right, here we go. It gives you two options: edit MIDI online and download MIDI files. So let's edit it online. I'm sure this is going to take it to that piano roll. Looks like it did all of the files as one instrument. Interesting. It would be nice if it separated it out to different instruments. I can hear that it did capture the essence of the song, but there is a lot of cleanup to do. I wanted to touch base on these plans to let you know that there's 4 different plans, including a free plan. If you do the yearly versus the monthly, I do need to let you know that your commercial licenses are only included on the yearly subscriptions. So if you click over here on monthly, you see how it grays it out. So just keep that in mind if you are trying to use this commercially, or if you're just having fun with this. If you're planning on actually releasing this music, that might make a difference or not.
If you haven't done it already, click the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more music production tips. And let's get it.